Alright, so I'm gonna go over what sold last week. So, fairly slow week, I'd say, as you can see by the amount of tabs open. And you'll see for both of them, very slow week. Weekend was extremely slow, probably worst weekend ever. eBay's not been really rocking and rolling here. Uh, Definitely coming off of my high horse of the from about what was it 2-3 weeks ago now. With two really great weekends. So we should be able to really breeze through this real quick. So starting off with this Pawtucket Fire Department over in Rhode Island, $5.99. This little Wildland Fire Rescue tab for $4.99. I got this New York City IAF 343-911 patch for $3.99. Next, this one's just an odd little thing. This little speak drum, adjustable lanyard, Black Horizon Hobby Innovative Spread Spectrum Tack. I have no idea what speak drum is. I don't know, and I don't really care. And as you can see, I just started putting everything that was written on the lanyard. I just put in the damn title. This was from the Amazon return, the two Amazon return coffin boxes. This was just some random thing that was in there. Threw it up for $10 plus ship, and it sold. Actually, didn't take too long. As you can see, April 20th. That's how I listed it, and it sold sometime last week. So made a couple bucks on that. Next is Bethesda, Maryland Federal Express. Someone sent me a message and said it had to do with the Naval Medical Center, so that's why I just threw it in there. Sold it for $9.99 plus ship. And I've had this before, and I couldn't find my previous sold listing, which because I put it to auction, and I think it did better than this. I don't quite remember, so I just threw it up for $10 to see what would happen. Next is this Merrimack, New Hampshire Fire, $5.99. This little NYPD Communications Division, $5.99. Cape Elizabeth, Maine Fire Department, $6.99. Lilburn, Georgia Police, $5.99. This little crash injury management random thing that came in some big lot, sold out on offer $3.59. These next two sold together. This Wichita Sedgwick County Fire Reserve in Kansas for $6.99. And this Eastboro, Kansas Police for $5.99. Both sold together. Actually, no, the crash injury management, those all three sold together to the same buyer, but the crash injury management was a separate purchase, and then like a few hours later, these two were bought on the same order, so it was two separate orders. Three things, two separate orders, one person. Next was Lithuania Lighting Floodlight, 300 and 500 watt halogen security floodlight. I found three of these, as you can see, brand new, pretty much brand new, minus the wire nuts. I think they fell out somewhere. But found them in a dumpster. Just like the weekend this was listed. It was that weekend, or a few days beforehand. In the place they call the Door Dumpster, they do commercial doors, and they had a roll off there for the last 3 weeks now. They're doing spring cleaning up a bunch of wood in there, like the first week, and then when I just checked it from this weekend, it was all wood. But the second week, I seen in the back, it was loaded with good stuff. There was tools in there, toolboxes, three of these brand new lights, a little bit of wire in that. But these, it has been raining all weekend, so the boxes on these ended up being destroyed. But as you can see, the inside of them were new. But I should put a little note with that, because you can kind of see in the one picture with the light bulbs, they started having that green oxidation on the end, which is not good. One of them is really bad. So I'm actually not even sure if it'll work or not. But I did disclose it in the description about it. Some may have some green corrosion on the ends. So, This was ordered like Friday night, I think. Or it was like Friday morning, but the mailman had already come, so I didn't have time to send it out. Or was it Saturday? Anyways, whatever. So this just got sent out today, and it sold. This ended up selling out on offer for $22.49 plus $10 ship, which is perfect. That's about what it'll cost. I was kind of really hoping that someone would just come in and scoop all three up at once. That would have been great, but I'll take the one for some free money. Next was the San Jose, California Police. Sold out on offer for $339. I've had this for quite a long time. Yeah, August 27th, 2022. Might be going through here. Might be worth going through my patches again and seeing some of this super old stuff and either really putting it on sale hard or doing like ending the listing, sell similar, and just totally redoing them. Next is Blue Mountain Paramedic, which is actually in Ontario, Canada. I just now noticed I usually don't list anything that's Canadian. I pull that, and I wanted to put them together in a big lot. Because this is Canadian, it's sold to a buyer in Canada, and it's sold through the eBay's new international shipping program, which they auto-enroll you in, which I don't like that they do that. And I just left it on. I figured, whatever, it's not a big deal. But a buyer in Canada bought this, and I seen the notification where it says the buyer had paid $20 and some change, which I'm wondering how that makes any sense because it's $9.99. eBay charged the buyer, and I sent the buyer a message about this of what did eBay charge you, because it shows on my end it only has the $8.99 plus the dollar. It doesn't have all of what he was charged. They charged him almost $12 in shipping, which is nonsensical because my normal way that I do international shipping, because it's just a patch and I just do it in an envelope. I put it in an envelope with an international stamp. It costs like $1.40, and off it goes. It does not cost $12 to send it there. But because it's going through the new international program, it's going to Illinois first, and then going up to the buyer in Ontario, which is actually even more ridiculous because I'm on the border of Ontario, being in Buffalo. So it's going to probably take longer and cost the buyer way more money. So I'm thinking about taking myself out of the international program because it's ridiculous. With what I do, with selling just the patches and doing it in an envelope, not doing the tracking, there's no need to go through eBay's system where it's going to way overcharge my buyer. And I can't, there's nothing I can do about it because it was on eBay's end, and it doesn't show me that additional shipping, so I can't even refund him the money that he should be refunded, so, because it's all on eBay. And I told the buyer that last night in a message, and buyer hasn't got back to me, which is, so I'm just going to send it out, eBay's way, and, hopefully it will get to the buyer. Next, Manchester, New Hampshire Fire, $7.99. Next is this, I can't even pronounce this, I've had this before, and there's no way I'm going to even try and pronounce this hospital. But I sold it for $6.99, and like I said, I've had it before. Last time it took a lot longer to sell than it did this time. And then the last thing that I sold today out on offer was this Columbia, South Carolina Police. Sold it out on offer for $4.24 because it's been around a while. So that's everything that's sold on this account. I'm going to show you one little inventory pickup thing I did. I think I talked to you guys about these coins, these challenge coins. I ended up picking up just this lot because it has the Buffalo Police one, which I'll keep for myself. And then it's got these other federal ones, CIA, U.S. Courts, Probation, Department of Homeland Security, Border Patrol, and Defense Criminal Investigations. So, because I picked this up specifically because of the price of what they come out to, was cheaper than the other lot of 6 Buffalo Challenge coins in the patch. So I picked up this in specific. Margins are kind of slim on these. They're going for about $14.99. I paid about $9 a piece on them. So the margins are not the greatest, and it's challenge coins. They're not necessarily going to sell super fast. plenty of competition with them. So, but I got what I wanted, and I will get my money back out of it eventually. So we'll switch over to the other account. Also did fairly okay on this one. Starting off with this Niagara County Sheriff's. As you can see, I have 25 of them, and I actually have more. I just stopped prepping them after, I reached about 20 something, because I knew there's that having 20 plus was plenty enough on its own. I probably will take years to even remotely sell half of these. So because a lot of the other ones, they were like super sticky on the back, so I wasn't gonna even bother trying to clean them up. There was no need to. I have plenty of them. So sold one for $6.99. I don't even think it went local either. So I actually got this ABQ Albuquerque CSI crime scene investigator. Sold that out on offer for $5.39. Rockville Center Police $4.99. Troy, Ohio Police little badge style $5.99. Washington State Patrol. I had 3 of them. Finally sold out of them for $6.99. There wasn't a lot of interest, and then over the last 2-3 weeks, there's just been a ton of interest. And I sold, I think, 2 of them either last week or the week before, and then just sold the last one last week. Next, Marion County, Kentucky Sheriffs. I got 18 of them. No, well, I had 18. Now I have 17 of them. $6.99. This little Hillsborough County Sheriff's. Not in great shape, as you can see. $3.99 on that. Plattsburgh Police in Clinton County, $6.99. Got a couple of these. Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, $6.99. Oh, and that Rockville sold out an offer for $4.49. Looking over at my cheat sheet. Allentown, Pennsylvania Police, $4.99. Nothing special there. Federal Protective Services, $6.99 in this, and I actually thought I lost this, and luckily it was in my little lost and found patch collection that I have, where I got just like a couple small lots that I put together in like that in the envelope from the first original lot that I listed. Some patches out of. It's kind of just my lost and found, like when I dump them out and to look for a specific one, if it gets forgotten about or dropped somewhere and I don't know where it goes just goes in my little lost and found thing. So then when it sells, hopefully I can, when I don't see it where it belongs, I find it in the lost and found. Next, Rockland County Sheriff's Office, $5.99. Miami-Dade County Seaport Police Department, however Miami-Dade County does it. Sold out an offer $7.19. And then the last one was Albuquerque Mounted Police for $7.99. And I still have one more Albuquerque that came with this lot at least. There was a canine, the mounted, and then just a normal one, but it was in this subdued style. And I do have another like CSI one. I know I got another 1 or 2 or 3 of those lying around. And at some point I do want to come across a normal Albuquerque police one to put that in my collection to pair it with the homicide patch, which actually I found, I think, if I remember, it was in the lot that this came in, this overpriced lot. The homicide one was in it, because there was a couple of homicide patches in that one. So other than that, that is it for last week. Like I said, on the slow side. So hopefully you'll kind of pick up this week. With any luck, any of the stuff I picked up at Goodwill last week will sell, but not likely. A lot of them don't have good sell-through rates, which is kind of why they were left behind for me to pick up by the time I got to Goodwill at almost 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, so other than that, that's it. And we'll see you next week.